Hello, this is video 2 in the first edition of my book club with my meetup.com group called Vancouver Self-Improvement Enthusiasts. If you're in Vancouver and you're enthusiastic about self-improvement, feel free to join us. You can look it up on meetup.com and apply to join the group. But you can also participate online. So I just wanted to make a few more comments. I talked about the first section of the book. Part 1, let me look at my notes here. Part 1 is the fundamental techniques in handling people. Number 1 is don't criticize, condemn, or complain. Number 2 is give honest and sincere appreciation. And number 3 is arouse in the other person an eager want. So a couple of things I want to talk about first. One of the issues that came up in the group, we're reading How to Win Friends and Influence People by Dale Carnegie. Thank you to Dale for writing it, even though he's passed long ago. So the name of the book, that's one of the reasons I haven't read it before, is because it sounds kind of like it's a book on how to manipulate people. But that actually is not the case. The book was suggested by my friend Terry, who is a major fan of Warren Buffett. Warren Buffett, the multi-gajillionaire, billionaire guy. And there is a reason, because dealing with people is one of the most important skills that you can have in life. And so he's a fan of Warren Buffett, and Warren Buffett is a fan of Dale Carnegie. And so that is how this book club came to be. And so the second one, I talked quite a bit about the not condemning, complaining, or criticizing in the first video. And I really want to talk about giving honest and sincere appreciation a little bit more. I'm an ENFP in the personality types, so I actually probably require more appreciation and praise than the average person. So when I don't receive it, I really feel the deficit. And I actually happened to come across some notes from a teleclass that I took with Allison Armstrong from the PAX organization a little while ago, and she talked about appreciation as well. She has a little formula. She says, take the value of the appreciation that you receive, subtract your perceived value that you provide, and then you see what you get. And if it balances out, if it's even, then that's something that you're going to be able to sustain. So let's say at work, whatever appreciation you get, it could be verbal appreciation, it could be monetary, a combination of the two is usually a good thing, right? So if you're paid enough and you're given enough praise and appreciation for the work that you do, then you are going to continue to do that work. You might not be super enthusiastic about it, but you're going to continue to do it daily. On the other hand, if you feel that you're underpaid, and especially if you feel that you're underpaid and underappreciated, for example, if the manager that you work with only ever points out when you've done something wrong and doesn't ever, or very rarely, points out when you've done something really well, then you're underappreciated. And if you're giving and you're working 40 hours a week, or whatever the value that you perceive you're bringing to this employer, if you don't feel like you're getting that back, then it's going to be an instinctual human nature kind of thing that you're going to start taking things back in order to feel like it's even. And so what that might look like is a lapse in integrity. You could be a very honest person who never takes home stationery from the office. But if you feel like you're underappreciated, then you may decide, well, it's just a pen, I'm going to take it. Or you might start showing up 10 minutes late or leaving a little bit early if no one's around, because you don't feel appreciated. And so that is your automatic way of balancing things out, and it might not even be conscious. Most of the time it's not conscious. And so that's why appreciation is so important. And here's the thing, if you are getting more appreciation than you feel you deserve for the value that you're giving, whether it's in a relationship or a company that you're working for, a normal person, I mean, there are some people with personality disorders and things like that, or sociopaths who may not feel this human urge, but the average human being is going to want to give more, because we have this need for everything to be even, Steven, and balanced. So if you're getting overpaid for what you do and over appreciated, and you're like, geez, all I do is show up and look pretty, you're much more likely to want to put in that much more effort, because number one, you want to balance that out. Just instinctively, you're going to want to balance it out. But also, you're not going to want to let that person down, because if that person has a really high opinion of you, you want them to continue to have that high opinion of you. Whereas if someone is always criticizing you, well, they have a crappy opinion of you anyway, so why bother trying? What have you got to win? It's not like, oftentimes we have this attitude of, no matter how hard I try, and this often you hear in relationships, no matter how hard I try, you're never happy. And that's when the relationship is on its way out, or when you're probably on your way to looking for another job. So appreciation really is a currency. We need it. It's something that is life fulfilling to us. We need to know that we're appreciated in the world, whether it's from the people that we work with, or especially the people who we care about and are most important to us. So if you want to take part in this book club, please do appreciate someone. I want to send you my appreciation for taking the time to watch this video. It's 6.5 minutes in, so I appreciate your attention span. Thank you so much. And I appreciate the comments and feedback that you're going to leave back below. I would even more appreciate if you left a video response, because I would love to see your beautiful smiling faces. And I appreciate the dialogue that is going to start below, so that we can all learn how to stretch our appreciation muscles. And so thank you again. I appreciate you, and have a wonderful day. Mwah.